Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope everybody is really doing well and got a good bounce yesterday for a Bitcoin, and I'm really happy. Still, I still because it was a very nice scalp, honestly speaking, for a spot a trade. Literally went it for almost close to, I would say, 2.7 R. And for the Bitcoin, I have yet not taken gains because even if you really want to sell right now, you can sell it for like close to 1.5 R at this point. But still, I'm just holding it because I still think that we are likely going to test a minimum of 60.6 to maybe 60.8 levels. And honestly speaking, I think that we should be moving our stops to break even really soon. So let's head on and discuss about the probable wave count for the Bitcoin, guys. So first of all, I just want a small feedback from you guys that how are we doing? I mean, honestly speaking, our plan has been so on the spot, and the things are playing out very nicely. I'm really happy for it. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about for the month of September is historically it has September is red. So normally everybody expects red, as you know. We also had a small, I would say, I had a small poll where I asked, "What do you expect for September?" Majority of them mentioned that they are expecting down for September, but I personally feel that that's not gonna. I don't really think that that's gonna happen. We might most likely just go sideways for the September, and what we might do is, uh, as I mentioned, on yesterday's stream, that we got a bearish monthly engulfing candle. So what we might do is we just pump it up off to retest the monthly resistance of 61.3 to 62,500 dollars. I mean, it can just give you that big impulsive move as well. And later on, we dump in the month of September itself towards $53,000, and maybe even like a sharp pullback towards 50K as well. That's a very high likelihood. But later on, in my view, what we are supposed to do, or we should be doing, is a very interesting run up from there towards, in my view, something like this is a very likelihood, and maybe even the new all-time highs. But this is what a minimum target would be, around 67,500. We will see what we do after 67.5, but at least that is what I expect from Bitcoin in the month of September. And or basically, September should give us a little bit sideways, and more likely, giving us the move on the downside. The worst case scenario for the September would be if we look to sweep the lows like this. If we just go down and sweep the August lows, it will be very bad, honestly speaking. Then we should forget Bitcoin, pumping up to 67. We just probably have to look Bitcoin around 61K, and maybe not even that pullback in the October November, and we should be dumping back down to 42,000 dollars at that point of time. So there are two possibilities, and you really want, in the month of September, we want that 50K levels. I mean, this order block we wanted to hold, and it don't want to be lost forever. Else it will be very bad for the overall crypto market. Which in my view shouldn't happen. Just give me a moment, please. Give me Okay. Just setting up my mic. I don't know. It was like it fell down, but now it's fine. So that's what I think on the hard term time frame for Bitcoin. On the lower term time frame, I'm seeing 5 waves formation. So practically, this is more like a wave one with 5 waves on an upside. That's like a wave two to me. And right now we almost there to finish the wave three. Normally wave three have to sweep this 59.9, basically this highs. Normally wave three is always new highs, so practically, or it has to take the highs, so it needs to sweep up like this for the wave three. For wave four it should be a retest like this again. For September opens, and wave 5 should be testing the 60.5 to 60.6. Normally this is what I expect. The bear count would be for Bitcoin, and it is a really bad bear count. That would be that this is like an irregular expanded flat, that this is your wave A, that's your wave B, and we are already in the wave C. So we just probably go up here to $60,000 to $60,200, and maybe even the top is in. Honestly speaking, possibility is always there, but there is a liquidity up above these levels. The funding is negative, so hi Marvin. So this can be a negative wave count that probably we might just simply dump from here to previous month value area low, which is around $56,000 minimum, and to the support levels of the $53,000 Fibonacci levels. I mean, that's going to be a bearish count. We don't even give the 61,800 to anyone. That's going to be the ultra bear scenario for Bitcoin. So in all cases, what it tells me that yes, one more push on a Bitcoin towards a 60K is a very likelihood from here. Once the September opens is reclaimed, and as you can just probably check out the price action algo, you will see that we have Monday highs, and that Monday highs has been developed very, very nicely. The range is pretty much good. So what you want for a continuation for the Bitcoin is once we reclaim the Monday highs, that would be amazing. You reclaim it, we can push it up towards 60,000 and maybe even $60,600. So practically speaking, there are two scenarios. The red one is very, very bearish, which I'm just going to keep it for now, and you should have it. The red one is bearish, and the green one is bullish, because if we do happen to get the 5 waves on an upside, and after that you will see A, B, C scenario like this, a retest of 58K maybe to Monday made, maybe $158,200 or 58K, the previous week value area low, and then further up towards 61.5. So that would be very, very nice, if you do happen to get that move on an upside. So practically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, yes, I'm expecting one more push up minimum, because we have a huge liquidity over here. So we need to take this liquidity, in my view. And you also have a strong resistance around $60,000 to $60,300, and the biggest resistance is around 60.6. So practically speaking, I'm looking for some shorts over there, to play this wave 2 or wave B, whatever this wave is. But in case if we happen to get this move here, I'm looking to short. It's a very good levels, and the stop loss would be about 61.338. So practically this is going to be my stop loss. My take profit targets would be around $58,000 again. So I am willing to take profit on our Bitcoin longs for the spot bags that we have took it, because it will be roughly around 3 to 3.5 R, and I'm really happy with that at the moment. So practically speaking, anywhere close to 60.5 to 60.6, we will be booking profits. Just need that one more push up. I will be very confident that the push is going to happen once we reclaim the Monday highs. Okay, that's where we should be playing for Bitcoin. So this is the bull case scenario for Bitcoin, guys. That's our bull case. The bear case, I think already mentioned it, and so let's see what Bitcoin gives us. For now, I think we should be moving our stops to break even for the Bitcoin trade, and we should literally move our stops to break even. The USA dominance played perfectly, as mentioned yesterday, that a very good, I would say, the range deviation on the daily. If you look at here, that's a perfect range deviation with a very, very, very strong bearish engulfing candle. Normally, the bearish engulfing candle formed at the top is very, very good, which gives me a very good confidence on the daily that that bearish engulfing candle, which clearly indicates that we are potentially reversing. Now, not necessarily the reversing should be we just probably make new lows. The reversal can be just making higher lows and then running back up to an upside, but we are clearly bearish on the USA dominance basically, and hence my favorable scenario is long. So this is my favorable scenario. Not necessarily that wave 2 should be giving very deeper pullback. Wave 2 can be very shallow as well. Just we hold the September opens, and we can just pump it up to 62.5. Worst case scenario, we can even go for a bigger run up, towards $63,000 as well, because your 786 Fibonacci levels for Bitcoin is roughly around 63,165 for an engulf candle on the weekly. So 63,000 is also a possibility for Bitcoin. I'm not denying anything, at this point. And hence, guys, I would say do not short or play any swings on the short at this moment. The market is looking good because of the USA dominance having a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. And overall, I think it's definitely looking great to me, the engulfing candle. And the dips will be for buying. Any retest of 58K by 58.2 would be a really nice dip to get into a longs for those who really want to play some more scalps. For scalpers, especially for the challenge trades, we're gonna take it. I think we should take the challenge trade yesterday, but I missed it actually. For those who really want to play the scalps, you wait for it to flip the previous month POC on the 4 hours time frame. That's gonna be your stop loss around here, around 58.8, and your take profit targets would be roughly around 60,040, giving you a 1.8 to 2 hour setup, and you can move your stops under the September opens, giving you a very good 2.4 hour setup as well. So that's what I'm just simply going to wait for the previous month POC to play more scalps. Wait for it to just flip it. Once you reclaim it, you go for a long opportunity, and that's how we're going to reject and come back down to 59.2. So I'm just simply going to hold my spots for now. Once we go towards 60.6 to 60.7, yes, definitely I'll be looking to sell. So that because it's going to be a very good 4 hour setup at that point of time, 4 hour trade, which I don't want to miss my profits in case if you do happen to reject very, very heavily for the wave 2. So, that's what they plan on the lower term time frame for Bitcoin. The bullish plan, I am favoring bullish only and only because of the US dominance looking amazing. Even the Bitcoin is having a bullish engulfing candle on the daily, which is really, really good. For Ethereum, guys, as I mentioned, I feel this is the bear case scenario for ETH yesterday, and there was a bull case scenario. For Ethereum, I'm expecting Ethereum to do something like this, because now we are at neckline. So Ethereum is bullish, and you should not be looking for any shorts on ETH at this point. So Ethereum has been proving really good with the ABC at this point with a 956 double bottom. So I'm expecting Ethereum to give us another 786 Fibonacci level retest, something around 2,720 to 2,740, something like that. It's a very good sign. We already got the 5 waves on an upside, so I'm expecting Ethereum to just give us a retest of 2,440 to 2,443, a little bit sideways, and then we push up here to 2,740 like this for ETH. So the invalidation level is the sweep of the lows. Practically 2,400 is going to be the invalidation. Very tight stop loss for Ethereum. Yeah, same for Bitcoin. Solana, I'm simply waiting for Solana to reclaim the range lows. I mentioned yesterday as well that once it reclaims the range lows on Solana, you can simply buy. So I'm just simply waiting for it to reclaim the range lows of 136.4, and once it reclaims, that should definitely be your buy. I'm just simply going to add my alerts over here so that I don't want to miss it. FET, we booked the gains yesterday at 1.165, and I'm really happy with that. Honestly speaking, I'm not happy, but yeah, I'm happy with the 5 to 6% gains. That's fine. But what I'm watching is that can be wave B. This is, or maybe wave 2. This is wave 1, wave 2 again. We go for a retest of 1.14, and probably we just go up like here. In case if you're losing 1.14, FET might do something like this for like a $1 move on the downside. So let's see, I mean, what we get it for FET, but it's a very 50-50 for me. I'm not sure much on the lower term time frame for FET on the wave count. But if I just have to look at on the 1 hour time frame, what I can tell you is that we got a 5 waves on an upside for FET. As you can see, sorry, 3 waves on an upside for FET, A, B, and C. So if that is the case, this irregular expanded flat looks much interesting. A little bit more accumulation for, you know, FET like this. That's going to be a good accumulation, ladies and gentlemen, here. So we swept the lows, we swept the highs, we hold the equilibrium around 1.18, and probably even look for the retest of support with the 5 rockets on H1 around 1.15, and then we look for more pump to 1.38. So honestly speaking, there are 2 ways to play. Let it flip the range highs of 1.24. Once it reclaim it, you can buy, and you can just play this range for 1.24 to 1.4 for a roughly around 10 to 11% move on an upside, which is really good. You can make 10 to 11% gains, or wait for it to come back down to the support that we have around 1.15 to 1.147. From there, you can ride another 10% to the range highs, or 20% move on an upside to 1.385. That is again a really good thing. So for now, I'm just simply going to wait for what FE to give, either the flip of the range highs or just hold the equilibrium or just go to the support. That's it. So overall, ETH Bitcoin is also looking good. You know, I just wanted one more move on the downside, but it seems that we are likely doing a truncation here. We already did a truncation basically for the wave 5. You know, not necessarily the wave 5 should be going down. So practically speaking, this might be the truncation, and we might be doing something like this over here, and a little bit do something like this, and we go up here. So probably the bottom is in for the ETH Bitcoin, very likelihood. So do not try to short any else at the point. You know, maybe September is gearing up for something big in my view. And looking for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is, I just need one more push on an upside so that it can you know, finish this 5 waves, which is yet not done, because once it finishes the 5 waves, I'll be very happy and very confident that it stopped out. The only problem over here is, if you look at the structure, you know, that's a wave 1, wave 2, maybe this might be the wave 3, I'm not sure, but if this is wave 3, wave 4, then you need one more push on an upside for the wave 5, and then we can dump. So one more push on an upside is still, in my view, is pending for Bitcoin dominance. For those who really want to check VIF chart, yeah, definitely. I think if you look at the VIF, it's getting a very good reversal over here, and looking really great to me actually from the price action perspective. You know, and looking good. I mean, just look at the logarithmic chart. Let's also look VIF on a different chart, different exchange, because I need a little bit more data. Okay, I need to check it on maybe here. Perfect. So that's what we have for VIF. We got a move on the downside. As mentioned, that's the move on the downside for the white line. Now that we have done, we have got that engulf, I would say, bull flag for VIF. Now there are 2 possibilities over here, and which I personally feel that on the lower term time frame, I have seen many times this irregular expanded flat on the lower term time frame. You got a sharp move on an upside, you got irregular expanded flat. There are 2 possible scenarios over here, and we also having a daily engulfing candle, a perfect bullish engulfing candle as well, as you can see on the VIF. very likelihood that this is bottom, and any pullback or a retest of on WIF towards 1.5 to 1.47 should be a very good long for you, and the target would be minimum target would be around 2.36, practically this resistance that you have. And once you reclaim it would be nice. You can simply look for maybe new all-time highs. If not, and if you do happen to reject the red line, I would think you should take profits there at the red line, and then we would just have to wait for maybe either it dumps like this from here towards 0.29. So you can of course buy later once you reclaim the 2.3 levels, but it's looking great. The dips are for buying for WIF. Only the bear case scenario would be that, because we have an engulfing candle, so the bear case scenario at this point is very less likely. In case if you start losing 1.3, then there is a possibility WIF is going to do something like this, because the larger move is the dump. So that's your clearly a move on the downside. That's dump. You got first wave on the downside, 3 waves, and they got zigzag over here for the wave B. You got another move on the downside for wave C. That's like another zigzag. So practically speaking, that's your some sort of a W over here, or maybe wave A. That's A, B, C for wave B, and then you got 5 waves. So practically this can be a very clean ABC. So that's a perfect ABC over here, and the bull case is something like this. We flip it, we go up here, and that's how it can go. So that level of, as I mentioned, 2.35 is what you want it to flip, so that it can just simply go nuts. But yeah, it is bullish on the lower term time frame. 1.5 to 1.48 is where you should be buying spot bags. Your invalidation levels would be 1.38. That's where your stop loss would be. Let's check some other coins like ILV, which I don't know what the shit coin is. Well, let's check it. If you look at the coin, look at the weekly. Oh shit, weekly is having a bearish engulfing candle, so I'm just not gonna touch this coin. Even though it might be a classic case of range. So that's your support and your range lows, honestly. And that's your range highs. Basically, liquidity has been taken on both the ends, up and left and right. So practically, you also got a good diagonal, but I wouldn't say the diagonal is valid because there is a huge volume here. So that's your A, B, and some sort of a wave C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I see based on the wave count for this ILV, it should be doing something like this, and the target would be roughly around 113 Fibonacci levels. That's your bare minimum target. Roughly around 31.5 minimum, and maximum it will be around 20.9. So that's what. So I don't think it's bottomed as for now, but we will see if it can just flip the 38.2 on the weekly. We close 2 consecutive close above, then the bottom might be in. Something like this. We close up, we hold these lows, we accumulate, then we can look for a target towards 64. At that point, very risky at this point of time for ILV. So I'm just simply going to wait for a weekly closing. Other alt maybe we should look looking for is near, and despite the fact that we have an engulfing candle, the plan has been playing perfectly nice. We went down, as you mentioned, a push up. A rejection is going to happen from the range highs. We got an engulfing candle. So practically speaking, I'm expecting a very good short opportunity on near around 4.4 to 4.5. If it gives us the bearish retest, I think the short would be nice. The take profit targets would be around 3.3. Similarly, I think we are done with the others as well. We are bottomed locally. We will be looking for another push up towards $211 to $212 billion, and after which I'm expecting it to dump back down to $164 billion, giving us a good buying opportunity in the month of September. From there, expecting it to push it up to maybe golden pocket or 76 Fibonacci levels, which would be amazing. So I think alts are going to bounce, and they will be bouncing a minimum of 9%. So 8 to 9% bump is coming. So gear up, it's coming. 8 to 9% pump is coming. Well, Ethereum is looking good. How much pump Ethereum can give from here? Yeah, it's perfectly fit with my target of 8 to 9%. 8% pump on ETH is amazing. So that's it. I'm bullish overall in the market at this point. There's nothing to be bearish about. Any retest of 58k, we should be adding more. I'm expecting it to push it up to 60.6. That's where we should be taking profits, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very small update from me. If you really want to support my work, do trade on Bybit, guys. You can create an account, and also please share this live stream video with your friends, families, as well as support by engaging much on Twitter, so that we can grow a lot. I hope that this whole analysis makes sense for you. If you have any questions, if you feel that you are lost somewhere, and there's some issue or misunderstanding with your understanding of the analysis, do ping me so that I can explain you again and again. For those who are really, really busy in the work, I just request you spare only. I won't ask more than 30 minutes of your time on the stream, but just spare 15 to 20 minutes, and probably you can just fast forward and just quickly go into the analysis so that you don't miss anything. So that's all for today's stream, guys, and let's connect probably in the evening, maybe, or maybe once I see some good opportunity, the flipping of previous month POC. Yes, I'm just simply waiting for it to take a good long scalp. I'm just simply going to go 100x on our challenge. It's a very good, maybe we can make good money, 800 to 900 bucks today. So let's see. That's all. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.